Good morning, it's Sunday, and that means one thing. Long run? No, it doesn't. I'm only doing 60 minutes easy today, but immediately after this, I'm going to the gym. So I thought I'd do a longer YouTube video showing you what my strength training looks like.
PSA here, you might notice that in the video where I'm running, I'm wearing different clothes to the videos of me doing the exercise in the gym. That's because on the Sunday when I went to the gym, it was just rammed. I couldn't be bothered to try and film, so I went back the next day on Monday and filmed it. The first exercise I do is the classic split squat, and I do 10 of these on each side with a 10 kilogram weight. Split squats work your quads, glutes, calves and hamstrings, so they're a fantastic exercise for targeting so many different areas of your leg. Split squats also force you to engage your core, meaning that they're really good for balance. Although ironically, it can actually be really difficult to balance while you're doing them, so don't be afraid to lean on a wall or, in my case, the mirror, if you feel like you're losing your balance. And you don't need to do these with a weight either. You can just do them without any weight whatsoever and then build up to a point where you feel comfortable with holding a weight at the same time. Now, this next one, I've actually got no idea what it is called. My physio gave me this one and I've used it ever since. To talk you through, you need a black box and then you hold on to the wall in front of you for balance. One leg, as you can see, remains on the box, the other comes off, and you just do basically little squat movements. It probably engages the exact same muscles as a split squat, but a little bit more on the fast twitch side of things. Tried to Google what it was called, couldn't find it, sorry. Next up, we have a classic, and that is the humble lunge. These work your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. For me, I do 20 reps of these for 3 sets with 20 kilograms of weight. The key here is to take a nice big step in front of you, although not too big so as to lose your balance, and make sure that the back leg is at a 90-degree angle with the ground. As well as strengthening the areas that I mentioned, lunges have also been shown to improve balance. Next up, we have a little bit of a scary one. This is the single leg RDL. You'll have to excuse my form here, guys. It is not the best. The technique here is to extend one leg while pushing your upper body towards the ground. It can be quite hard to balance with this one, so while I don't put my foot on the floor between reps, you can definitely do that if you are struggling. I would also recommend starting this one out without any weight, or maybe even just a small weight. You'll see here that even though I'd like to think I'm pretty decent, I still lose my balance every now and then while I'm doing these because it is just so difficult. While difficult, this is a superb exercise for your hamstrings, your quads, your lower back and your core. Now let's move on to the humble squat. A classic for really attacking those glutes. Again, I've been told that my form for the squats is actually terrible. I think my back maybe isn't straight enough, but yeah, anyway. I do 3 sets of 10 for these with a 10 kilogram weight. You do want to make this any harder. I've heard that putting some sort of plate underneath your heels so that your feet are at a bit of an angle can be really good for getting deeper into the squat. Now here's one you don't want to make any eye contact with anyone while you're doing it. It is the glute bridge. The main areas this focuses on is your core and, of course, as the name suggests, your glutes. I tend to try and hold it for about 2 seconds for each rep, and I do 30 of these. I do them all in one big go, which you don't really need to do. I find them really boring, so I just want to get them all done as soon as I can. Again, if you wanted to make this one a bit harder, then you can always add a weight and put it on your stomach. Now we finish up with 2 exercises that are all about shin splint avoidance, because that is something that I have really struggled with. First up, the calf raise. I do 10 quite simple. Put a weight on the end of your toes, quite a light one. I'm using, I think, a 4 kg one here. And then I do 50 raises on each side. And that rounds off my mobility routine. I do the same routine twice a week, every week. Thanks very much for watching it. And if you could be so kind, drop me a like, maybe even a subscribe.